to the MarcWes Sports Podcast.
Megan the horse. Megan the male horse.
All right, we live, bro. If you want to talk about that, we can talk about that real quick.
Okay. All right, this is the MarcWes Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Wesley Pierre, better known as Westradamus, and I have my co-host here, Christian Mejia, better known as Chris the producer. You know, we're going to jump right into it. We talk Miami, Florida sports, Dade County more specifically, you know, Dolphins, Heat, Canes, and we got to jump in it, man. You know, this is a big weekend for our sports. This is a football town, even though the Heat they won us a few championships and the Dolphins are undefeated. It's always going to be a Dolphin town, football town, from Pop Warner to high school and professionally. Now, we got the Miami Dolphins. You know, I'm kind of feeling some type of way because Westradamus is mad right now because Tua didn't look his normal self the last two games. We went to San Fran, and there was a lot of plays that could have had, and we could have won that game. You go to San Diego, well, LA Chargers now, and we lose that one. And that game, he looked worse than the previous game when he played San Fran. You know, Purdy looked it pretty, and you know, we had Herbert definitely made people be like, yeah, this is the reason why he should have got chosen before Tua. Me, I'm still on the ship. I know that it's a minor setback for a major comeback. And that's exactly what's going to happen right now. We got the Buffalo Bills. And I don't know why everybody's worried about the Buffalo Bills. They got a quarterback that do reckless shit. That's just known. He like taking hits. Hopefully he take a hit and he could get out of the game and we could just mud him like that. But people got to understand, man, we got history with the Buffalo Bills. They happy right now, but they don't remember how we used to mop their ass. We mopped their ass for like 20 years. Not 20 years. We mopped them for 20 games straight, mutting them boys. And in the 70s, them boys couldn't even beat us. They couldn't even get one game.
What about the 90s with Jim Kelly? They used to mud us, though. Then they used to mud us?
Jim Kelly and them boys, they used to look good. Remember, you got to remember our history, the Dolphins, man. The Dolphins used to be good. Our problem is that when we had Dan Marino, we had no running game. You know what I'm saying? When we had Pennington, when we had Fiedler, when we had these type of individuals, everything didn't make sense with the team. It was either the offense was good, the defense was trash. Defense good, offense trash. Defense, offense good, quarterback trash. It was always something that kind of was holding us back. I still feel that we're kind of cursed right now. And you know, it's understandable. Right now, it's December. It's snowing. It's cold. It was cold in San Fran. It just didn't. It was not the bone chilling, freezing weather. But it was like 50 degrees weather. You coming from Miami, 50 is cold. People wearing jackets outside, Uggs. People wearing all type of shit like that coming from Dade County. So, you know, him going to California and experiencing that with the #1 defense, going to LA with the Chargers and experiencing that as well. You know, they're not too far apart from each other. So I know the weather was somewhat similar. But, you know, that was not even really what actually lost us the game. What lost us the game was him not being accurate. And, you know, for me, it shows a lot, you know, that you know, he cannot be accurate and we still have a chance to win the game. Again, my big concern with the Dolphins right now is the defense. You have Coach McDaniels. He said Byron Jones most likely is not expected to come back this season to play for the Dolphins, etching his way out. You know, you see me have him on a milk carton, disappearing at, you know, people that come to Dade County, they get their money and they feel like they got to go ahead and retire. This is something that I wanted Marcus to be over here for because, you know, Marcus say pay their ass. But I've been saying for the longest, when you pay him, that's when all the bullshit happened. You know, again, Different sport. Jimmy Butler, paid him, and he's not playing all the games. Bam Adebayo, pay him, not playing all the games. And look at the team. Look at the team.
I ain't even gonna lie.
Under 500.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nah, so and that's what I'm saying. That in regard to that, paying these players in the Miami Heat under 500 because the people that you're paying, they're not on the court, to give us that product that we expect, So what you were gonna say, Chris?
I mean, I agree with you about, like, sometimes you pay people, right, and they let their foot off the gas. Because look, we're humans. I've done that before, where I'm like at a job or something, and let's say I'm asking for a raise, and then I finally get that raise, and then I'm like, you know what I mean? Like I'm chilling now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like it should always be. I mean, it's just human nature to kind of like let your guard down when you're comfortable.
And people do that in relationships too. You was chasing that girl, you finally got her, and saying good morning or saying something special, giving, doing the small things that to make her feel happy. You're not doing that no more because you already got her. And sometimes that could be a detriment. And that's exactly what's happening with the Miami Dolphins right now. They're paying these people this money, guaranteed money, that is. And once they know that the money that's guaranteed is already reserved in their bank, or they're going into a year where the money is not guaranteed no more, now they're not playing. And perfect example is Byron Jones, wide receiver last year also. Same thing when it comes to these people. Some people just don't have that passion, like the different sport again, LeBron James, the Kobe Bryants, the Michael Jordans, these people that's gonna, the Tom Brady's, back to football, these people that's gonna go ahead and give you everything. It's not about the money, to be honest with you. For me, same thing. I rather do like Tom Brady and have money, take a little less, and then build around me, because I didn't take so much. That's what these quarterbacks do not understand. When you take so much money, you're leaving a lot of gaps in your team because they don't got the money or the assets to go ahead and pay individuals to make you look good. But yeah, back to the game, with the Buffalo Bills, people got to understand, like I said, we've been mopping them in the 70s, and people going to be like, damn, Wes, you got to go to the 70s to talk shit. Not just the 70s, man. You feel me? We're talking about more recent. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all got to remember, Buffalo Bills been trashed for years. Y'all just feeling, y'all feeling yourself a little bit because y'all got y'all quarterback. We're trying to figure out if we do have our quarterback. I know we have our quarterback. And, the crazy thing is, when we already beat y'all, that's one. But when we beat y'all again on Saturday on prime time, notice the last 3 weeks, the Dolphins is having primetime games. They're having primetime games because of who? Because of the arm of the almighty Tua, not because of the defense. They're doing that because of Tua, Tyreek Hill, and the product that we're putting on the court is just kind of like when Wade, Boss, and LeBron came down here. It was a show. When you see Kansas City Chiefs, it's a show. When you see certain teams, they're going to give you what you want. And yeah, I want to win the game, but I don't want it to be a 10-7-point game. I want it to be in the 30s, in the high 20s, and that's what I expect. So these last two games, when we didn't get that from Tua, I felt disappointed, but I'm not one of those individuals that I'm riding the wave when we're winning, but when we lose, then I'm turning my back on him. No, that's not how it works. When you're in a relationship with anybody, there's going to be good times, but there's definitely going to be bad times. And the bad times going to go ahead and show you if you're a real nigga, if you thorough like that, if you 1K. When I'm down bad, that's when you're going to stick around. You're going to uplift me. You're going to make me be like, yeah, you forgot the good days? Come on, man. Everybody got a dark cloud over them sometimes, But again, the cloud gonna fade away. But again, it's how strong you is and being focused to go ahead and persevere and succeed. So I think that's exactly what Tua's gonna go ahead and do. He's gonna go in. I remember when I was speaking to Marcus a few weeks back, I think week 2, maybe week 1 or week 2, when I was going ahead and saying that Tua is a a cold weather quarterback. Why is that, Wes? That's what he was saying. I was saying because he's gonna give you dink and dunk Tua. You feel me? People like Josh Allen, he's gonna be going for the bomb. He's gonna be going ahead and trying to take us out early. And sometimes that's not what you want, because we do know the pigskin, the actual football is gonna get cold. It gets harder in cold weather, and we're playing in a nighttime game, so you don't even have the sun, the hint of the sun to give us some type of restraint from that, from the cold weather. It's really going to be extra cold in the nighttime. So when Tua actually win this game, I don't want to hear nobody's mouth no more. I don't want to hear about, oh, they're comparing him to Tim Tebow. Like, I'm like, really? Tim Tebow can't even throw. They're saying Tim Tebow was religious. Tua's religious. They were saying that Tua had one of his worst games, if not the worst game that he had as a career, in last game against the Chargers, like 3 for whatever it was. But again, he looked off. And like I say, everybody have a bad game. Aaron Rodgers had a bad game recently, like maybe 2 weeks ago. They was running a twat. And guess what? The next game, he was same Aaron Rodgers of old. So again, this is what people got to understand. These people are football players. They're heroes in people's eyes, but they're human like me and you. We're going to go ahead and make mistakes. Sometimes people are going to wake up on the wrong side of the bed, and bad things going to go ahead and happen. Sometimes people are not as focused as they should be because they got a lot of things going on personally in their life. So again, you never know what's happening in people's heads to make them not be focused. Again, we seen Tom Brady recently, not be focused, and what was the problem? He was going through a divorce. I don't know what's going on with Tua right now, but hopefully, I think that he's figured it out with what's going on with him personally, and we're gonna go ahead and have a great game.
I think it's probably just a perfect storm of just like the O-line probably not showing up, and just having a bad day. And even look, that last game versus the Chargers, it was still a close game. We could have gutted that out, but it just didn't happen for us. Same thing with the San Francisco game. It wasn't a blowout like that. Like, we could have came back from that, but just the cards didn't fall in our favor. And exactly. I think if they're comparing him to Tim Tebow, that's stupid as hell, because Tim Tebow, from what I remember, he only had one good game. You know what I mean? Tua's had multiple good games. We're pretty much winners because of him. You know, we're the touchdown Dolphins because of Tua. You know, so yeah, I don't
exactly, and that's exactly what we're going to come back to. Yeah, so yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna get back to, being a touchdown Dolphins. And yeah, is blasphemy the comparison that they're going ahead and giving him. But again, at the end of the day, he's number one in votes to make the Pro Bowl. He's number one in jersey sales. So people are not blind to what's going on. Again, same thing in government class. You want to control the minds of the weak-minded masses, then control the media. Because what I see when I watch the game, again, you see what I'm saying. He had a bad game last game. He had a bad game the game prior to that. But again, it seemed like nobody sees the good that he does. They only talk shit when he has bad games. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're going to talk about the Dolphins, talk about it, not sounding like a hater, not sounding like you already was going to come on and speak some negativity. Because when I see other teams that are way worse, same thing like I told you, Josh Allen, those 2 games when he had 2 picks back to back, and he's going on the podium and saying this is my fault, this, that, and the other. The same thing that Tua's saying. He's saying it's my fault. Nobody was, crushing him, saying all these negative things about him. But again, sometimes, people hate what they want to be. You want to be Tua, so you're going to hate. And that's what it is. We don't care. We're the Miami Dolphins, and we embrace the hate. Again, y'all already hate us because of the beaches, the women, and the weather, and now y'all going to hate us because of Tua. So it's all good. We're going to be riding that wave, and we're going to be riding that wave all the way to the Super Bowl. Yes, that's what I'm saying, all the way to the Super Bowl, because I'm looking at all these people that teams that probably going to make the playoffs, and I'm like, they're probably we're capable of beating them. And again, like what you said, all these games that we lost, they were close games, 3-point, 6-point games, and we were right in the nick of it, mix of it, having bad games. So again, y'all Buffalo Bill fans, remember the 70s when we used to mop that.
But that's a gutty 3-yard run, and Brian Cox and Carwell Gardner from Louisville get into a breakage. It's a race. It's better than the heavyweight fight we saw last night, I can tell you that. But Cox is gone, and you know his history in Buffalo. Why is he so upset, Tom?
Remember when Reggie Bush used to mop y'all?
Clay is the fullback, and Reggie Bush with a big hole, hurdling a defender, and there he goes! And the dagger for the Miami Dolphins. Reggie Bush streaking 76 yards.
Oh, wow. Now, before everyone starts to kill Reggie Bush for the excessive celebration, the penalty flag wasn't on him. It was in the reverse react once his teammate did the same thing he did by sliding in the end zone. Great blocking up front. Look at Richie Incognito,
yes, sir,
with a break, and then forcing Jarius Byrd to miss on the back end. Reggie Bush, this kind of running we saw.
After the score,
he did go to the ground, so initially he calls there for the slide.
Bush, when he played for the Dolphins, when he done broke out for like a 60-yard run. I remember all those plays. Don't worry about it. And we're gonna definitely have plays like that on Saturday. So yeah, look forward to the Miami Dolphins. Look forward to the arm of the almighty Tua. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and show you why people hate us because of the beaches, the women, and the weather.
Yeah, man. You know, before we get on to the next topic, I'll just give you a little story of what taught me sports loyalty, right?
Okay.
I remember as because this has to do with the Bills and Jim Kelly, right? I remember as a kid, you remember the book fairs, right?
Oh yeah. So
this had to be maybe fourth or third grade, right? We go to a book fair, right? Mm-hmm. And I must have got there late where everybody snatched they used to have posters, they used to have everything, right?
Okay.
And I see a poster of Jim Kelly, right? I'm not a Dolphins fan, yeah. I just see the poster. He's like throwing it. It looks shiny. The colors are looking dope. The grass is green. I'm like, that shit look cool as hell. I bought that poster, right? I take it to the crib. My brother's like, hold on, what is this? I'm like, what do you mean? This is he's like, nah. He's like, nah, we're a Dolphin. We're Dolphins fans. We don't, he's like, that's the enemy. I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, nah, we don't mess with the Buffalo Bills, man. They're in our division, whatever, this and that. And I started thinking about it, and I'm like, and then that kind of introduced me to sports loyalty. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah, shout out to Brian, man, for, putting Christian on the right path at an early age. You feel me? Like, he came late to the book fair. Yeah, he grabbed that poster, but damn, boy, you can't have this shit inside this house because me, mom, dad, we're all Dolphin fans. So unless you want to get, scolded every time we see you, then, just go ahead and put that in the trash real fast. But yeah, man, that's what it is, man. The crazy thing is, I was looking in sports recently, and I was thinking about, all these different things that's happening in the sports, but then, I want to talk more sports, but I really want to talk about this. You feel me? Because it's kind of in sports, but it involves a retired player, and it involves music,
Yeah.
Everybody know Boosie, Boo, what it do? Zone 6 St. Louis. Everybody know about Boosie Badass, his name ain't Lil, his name is Boosie Badass, and everybody know about Dwayne Wade. A lot of people know about Gabrielle Union. The crazy thing is, Faison Love Fuck,